Welcome back. The time is now 8:24. Thanks for joining us on Good Morning San Diego as we continue to cover the primary right around the corner. Two candidates are looking to replace the outturned Maura Elliott as city attorney. Her term is ending after 8 years in office. One of those candidates, Brian Mainshine, joins us now to talk about his campaign. Good morning.
Hi, Lauren. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
Thanks for joining us.
You bet.
So this is interesting. I mean, many people are used to your name, your face, your politics, and now you've decided to run for city attorney, which I had to like scratch my head, and I was like, oh, he's an attorney. So tell us about your decision to run for this position.
Sure. I think I'm the right person at the right time for this job. I've been an attorney for 30 years. I've practiced the law, I've written the law, and I've taught the law. I'm a professor at USD School of Law as well. And I think the city, is in need of a fresh perspective. I've been somebody I was at the city at one time. I was a San Diego City Council member, but I've been away from the city for a while too. And I think I bring that fresh perspective and a little bit different way of doing things than maybe has been done over the last several years.
What do you see as the biggest challenge facing that office right now?
I think there's a lot of things that the city's facing, not least of which, we see it, the adversarial nature between the city attorney's office and the mayor and council. That's not good for the city. You look at the litany of legal issues that the city faces, not least of which, as we know, is the Ash Street fiasco. That's currently still costing the city millions of dollars. So I think there's a lot of things that are going to be facing the next city attorney.
Since you brought it up, can you give us your perspective on what you would have done differently had you held that office at the time?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just the complete lack of communication and the lack of coordination. I mean, that's something that over the course of my career, I've been somebody who's been very collaborative. I've gotten over 120 bills passed in the state legislature. By the time I'm done with my term there, it might be the most ever in the term limit era. And I've done that because I work well with other people. I'm not somebody who pounds a table and acts like a jerk and goes on social media. And I think that's been missing a little bit. And I think some of the things that could have stopped this in the beginning would have been those relationships, that attention to detail. And then pretty soon that ball got kind of rolling downhill, and now you look at this, it's already cost the city millions of dollars. It's going to continue to, it seems like indefinitely, and I want to put an end to that too. There's no excuse for that happening in our city government.
Yeah, certainly one of those, I think, little asterisk marks on the history where we need to learn from what happened in that, so we're not moving forward with costly mistakes. What do you find? We've interviewed your opponent in this race, Heather Ferbert. Can you talk a little bit about the differences between you both as candidates?
Well, I mean, you think you hit the nail on the head of one of them, which is, she was at the center of the Ash Street fiasco, and that's not the way that I would conduct myself or act in that office. Plus, if you compare our records, I have a very long record of achievements, whether it's rebuilding communities after the wildfire, that I did in 2003, 2007 to help rebuild Scripps Ranch and Rancho Bernardo. We actually set a record for the quickest rebuild after a natural disaster in the history of the United States. And in fact, the model that I created there is now used by FEMA. Then up at the state legislature, I've passed legislation on mental health, homelessness, animals. I'm supported by law enforcement, and I'm proud of that. The police officers support me, the district attorney supports me, the sheriff supports me. I think they see me as somebody they can work with to make sure that we help bring down crime in San Diego. And so I think all of that put together, my long history working for this city, my record of achievement, you look at the people that are supporting me and the organizations that are supporting me, I think they're being very clear that it's time for a change in city government, and I'm the person to do that.
What will be your priorities day one if elected?
Well, I think, again, a number of them. One, we've got to repair that relationship with the city council and the mayor. That can't continue where it's so adversarial that the city suffers for it, that there's litigation because of it, that there's the potential for further Ash Streets. That can't happen. So that's significant. I think helping on the homelessness crisis. I think making sure that they have a partner in the city attorney's office that's going to work on that. Housing is a really important issue. Making sure that we're putting out proactive policies on that, and we're helping to get housing built. And then ultimately too is that we've got to somebody in the city attorney's office needs to be an ally with law enforcement and needs to make sure that whether it's these smash and grabs, some of these things that we're seeing in the city, you walk into a Target, everything's locked up. I'm going to be the partner with law enforcement to work on that, to make sure that people in San Diego feel safe and they feel like they can go, whether it's to Target or they can go shopping, and it's a positive, good experience.
All right, well, we are going to continue to follow the race. Thank you so much for joining us with your platform this morning.
Absolutely.
And as a reminder for your city attorney's race, Brian Mainshine is running against Heather Furbert, and we will continue to follow that. And I guess with 2 in the race, we'll see you in November as well, right?
Yeah, we will.
All right.